Good evening, Future Legends. I'm Bobby. Welcome to the 2021 Lillian Osborne Virtual Open House. Tonight, you will hear from all of our principals, IB Director, Athletics, Fine Arts, and CTS Department Head. And we will be even giving out some prizes. 大家好，欢迎大家参加本晚的线上开放日活动。And now, let's roll the intro, Shamir.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Radmanovich, and it is my distinct privilege and honor to serve as the principal of Lillian Osborne High School and our community. To begin the evening, we acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional meeting grounds, gathering place, and traveling route to the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux. We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries. Students and parents, thank you very much for taking the time to attend our virtual open house. Although a bit different than what we would normally do for our open house, I believe we have put together a program that will provide you with the information that you need to make an informed decision on whether Lillian Osborne is the right school for you and your family. Tonight, you will have an opportunity to learn more about Lillian Osborne and explore the various programs that we can offer your child in an academic setting structured around rigor and high expectations. At Lillian Osborne, we strive for success by inspiring our students through meaningful learning opportunities that nurture passion, resilience, community, and character. Individual growth and achievement of our students in the area of academics, the arts, and the athletics is supported by our 4 foundational pillars of passion, resilience, community, and character. Lillian Osborne continues to be a school that is focused on academic excellence. Our students are high achievers and are committed to doing their best in their studies. In addition to our highly successful academic programming, which includes IB and our language programs of French, Spanish, Chinese, and our Chinese bilingual program, along with our highly regarded and multifaceted fine arts program and our very successful athletics program, students at Osborne strive to reach their potential and experience success in the areas that are of interest to them. When deciding on a high school, it is important to understand the learning environment and culture that exists within its community. At Lillian Osborne, the following 3 elements define our school community and contribute to our success. First and foremost, high expectations. Students are expected to demonstrate academic success along with high standards for behavior. Students are expected to maintain their academic standing in all of their courses. We have found that students who are highly motivated and engaged in their learning outperform students who may not have the same passion and commitment to their studies. Open communication is an expectation and priority for us at Lillian Osborne. Our teachers are committed to providing timely information to our students as to how they are achieving in their courses. Making connections with the families of the students that we teach is also an expectation, as we want to work with you to ensure that your child is successful. Parental involvement is a huge component of this relationship, which we value and strongly encourage. Secondly, academic excellence. We have outstanding academic results. Last year, over 88% of graduating students at Lillian Osborne were eligible for Rutherford scholarships as compared to the provincial average of 65%. This past year, 68% of our students achieved an average of 75% or higher, with 55% of our students achieving honors or honors with distinction. Our students do very well compared to other schools within our division and province on their diploma exams. On average, over the past 3 years, 89% of our students achieved the acceptable standard on the diploma exams versus 84% for the province. At the standard of excellence, 41% of our students achieved a mark of 80% or better on diploma exams as compared to 24% for the province. Amazing results that we all are very proud of. The graduation rate for students who attend Lillian Osborne is 91% compared to the provincial average of 79%. This means that 91% of our students graduate and are eligible for post-secondary after completing their grade 12 year. This is an incredible achievement as our students are dedicated and driven to focus on their studies and success. We are so very, very proud of all of our students. The third element to our success is our dedicated staff. We have an amazing staff at Osborne. Like our students, our staff is passionate about what they teach, both in the classroom and in their area of expertise. Staff members who join our team at Lillian Osborne remark at the level of collegiality and collaboration that we uphold. And students who attend Osborne recognize and appreciate the positive energy of our staff. The flexibility and willingness of our staff to meet the needs of our students creates a welcoming and positive learning environment for all at Lillian Osborne. The staff at Osborne is committed to helping each of our students reach their potential, and this commitment to excellence is reflected in the fine results achieved by our students. Our International Baccalaureate program, which is very popular, will be having a presentation this evening beginning at 8 p.m. Jane Taylor, our IB coordinator, along with some of our IB students, will host a virtual session with plenty of information for those of you who are interested in IB. Please be sure to tune in at 8 p.m. I invite you to take the virtual 360-degree tour of our school. Lillian Osborne is a state-of-the-art facility that can offer your child a rewarding learning experience. Please be sure to peruse our open house and school websites and watch for our feature presentation video of the school. On behalf of the entire staff, I would like to end by thanking you for taking the time to consider Lillian Osborne. I truly believe that behind each and every one of us is a story that speaks to our passion, our legacy, and our destiny. For our students, their story begins at Lillian Osborne. If you decide that we are the right choice for your child, we look forward to working with you and your family next year. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of our virtual open house. Take care and stay healthy.
Good evening, future legends, and welcome to the 2021 Lillian Osborne Open House. My name is Gunthas Aulick, and I'll be one of your many hosts for this evening. Now, before we get into anything else, allow me to answer the burning question that's on all of your minds. What is a legend? You've probably heard it at least a dozen times by now, in addition to seeing it on our website. Well, simply put, we are the legends. Other schools may have the Cubs or the Soldiers, but we've been referring to ourselves since 2009 by what we will be in the future, which is legendary. Which is also why our motto is Be Legendary. And ordinarily, I'd ask you to repeat this after me, but instead, I'm asking you to keep this in mind as we get into the rest of our night. Now, to outline the program for tonight. In addition to Mr. Radmanovich's warm welcome video, we will be including videos from various departments around the school. In the order that they will be appearing, we have Ms. Fallfield, Mr. Batcher, and Mr. Kong from Student Services, Student Activities, Ms. Grable from Athletics, Mr. Blackwell from Fine Arts, Ms. Stelmaschuk from CTS, Mr. Smith from Student Services, and lastly, admin will be explaining some of the logistics for registration. Between each of these videos, there will be students like myself explaining student life at Lillian Osborne. This includes an in-depth description of our clubs and activities, a discussion with international students, an interview with fine arts students, and a look at how you can potentially be in this very seat next year. In addition, after our regular program, there will be an additional broadcast for the IB program. If you're interested, be sure to check that out at 8 after this broadcast. And throughout tonight, we will also have our interactive website available for your use. Let's go over to Christina with details about the website. Christina?
Thanks, Gunthas. As Gunthas mentioned, my name is Christina Kim, and I am here to navigate you through our school website. The first step is to go to lohs.ca/openhouse, which is linked down below in the description box. On the main page, we have our program guide, course pathways, course planner, and course selection tool. To see our virtual tours, click the image on the open house page, and through the tour, you can get an insider's look at our school, including the library, gym, and up to 22 other rooms. And we have an extremely cool feature this year. The tour is compatible with virtual reality headsets. So if you do have a pair, whip them out to get fully immersed in the virtual 3D experience. In each room, we will also have teacher videos to describe the department or area of interest. For example, if you're particularly interested in the sciences, you can take a glance at Miss Santos' video on the science department page. If you have any questions, we also have a Google form available to connect with the assistant principals and student services. They will be connecting with you throughout the evening and in the coming days. Don't forget that admin will be answering some of the logistical questions at the end of this broadcast, so stick around till then. Now let's head back to the desk. Juntas?
Thanks, Christina. The virtual tour is definitely one of the coolest features we have this year. However, be sure to wait until after the broadcast to check it out, because wait for it, we are having gift giveaways. At random intervals in the broadcast, we will be having our special prize contest hosts pop up to ask some questions. However, while we will be announcing the questions live, be sure to submit your answers through our Instagram at LOHS_legends. You can enter your answers through our Instagram story, which can be reached by clicking our profile. The trick, though, is that the question will not be shown in the story, so you have to be watching the broadcast live throughout for a chance to win. In addition, we'll be giving many hints, so be sure to pay attention. If you don't have Instagram, you can email LOHS_Osborne@epsv.ca to submit your answers. If your name is drawn as the winner, we'll be sending you a direct message through Instagram or email. Let's head over to Yelda in the studio to check out some of the prizes and reveal to you your very first question. Yelda?
Thanks, Guntas. I'm your host, Yalda Yakrang, and you'll be seeing my co-host, Abdullah Alakat, in the next segment. As you mentioned earlier, we have some sweet prizes for everyone to win. Along with these prizes, we also have a grand prize, which will be determined with a draw at the end of the show. This includes a signature LOHS hoodie, some sweet sandals, and a very cool water bottle. We'll also have some lanyards and stickers thrown into the mix. Now, for our very first trivia question. Ready? What year was Lillian Osborne High School established in? Be sure to submit your answer on our Instagram story at LOHS_legends. Now, let's head over to our next segment, student activities. Good luck to you all. I'll be seeing you very soon.
Hey, Future Legends! We are the Student Life team here at Osborne. We work hard to plan events and activities that build school spirit, engage our community, and promote a welcoming atmosphere for both our students and our staff to enjoy every day.
Tonight, you are going to hear about our incredible academics and IB offerings, our outstanding fine arts and CTS programs, as well as our competitive athletic teams from some truly wonderful staff members and administrators. But here in Student Life, we wanted to do something a little differently. We want to show you what it's like to go here.
As teachers, we aren't the experts on that. So we asked a couple people who are, and they're going to share what it looks like to be a legend, without telling you what it looks like to be a legend.
Open house, great, nice.
What are we doing tonight?
We're having fun,
How much fun?
a lot of fun.
Show me how much fun.
Yay!
Okay.
Best friends. This is very. Oh my god!
Hey everyone! For this section of our virtual open house, Annie Sharma and I, Yalda Yekrang, will be talking about the many clubs and events Lillian Osborne has to offer. To start off, there's obviously the LOHS TV group, which is responsible for the school news. Very similar to this are the Lowdown, which is our podcast, and the LOHS Post, our newspaper club. We can't forget about the successful debate team, and another leadership opportunity is the Student Council. There are also many clubs to help out the community. There's the Mental Health Awareness Group that helps raise awareness on mental health topics, the Student Solidarity Committee, which addresses many of the prevalent social issues, our GSA, which promotes our diversity, and also the NCF, Rotary, and UNICEF humanitarian clubs, which this year have combined to work together. We also have a book club, math contest club, peer tutoring, and science Olympics for those of you with academic interests. Now, believe it or not, these are just a few of the clubs offered here at Lillian. To see a full list of all the clubs, go to the Lillian Osborne website with the link posted down below. And now, let's go over to Annie to learn about some of the events that take place at Lillian. Annie?
Thanks, Yalda. Here at Osborne, you'll see how hard the staff works to help you in every way in order for you to succeed and have a great time at the school. A part of that exciting journey you're about to start are Osborne's astronomically incredible events. Right from the start of the school, we have LOOP, the Lillian Osborne Orientation Program, a club sampler week, and a welcome barbecue, where you meet new people, participate in various activities, and of course, eat the best high school barbecue out there. As a whole team, we participate in many fundraisers, two of them being the Gravy Bowl, which is hosted right before our first football game, and Osborne's all-time favorite, Rockathon. This is an Osborne special event with a fun mix of activities taking place all night long. To celebrate our school's diversity, we also have a big event called Culturama, which includes many foods, languages, and performances. In addition, plenty of other fun events throughout the year. We have dances where you can show off your moves, touch of class where you can dress up for your Valentine, and the iconic student versus teacher hockey game. Let's not forget classic pep rallies to support our athletic teams. To show off our school spirit, we have our very own Halloween Week, Winter Week, and Spirit Weeks, and a cool new edition called Pop-Up Osborne, in which we introduce a surprise event each week. And closing off your journey here at Lillian Osborne, we have the Senior Sunrise, which will keep you all waiting for a good 2 years, but it's going to be so worth it. Well, that sums it up for the student life here at Lillian Osborne. Y'all and I can't wait to see you legends at all these clubs and events. Without keeping you from waiting any longer, let's go over to Abdullah with our next contest question. Abdullah?
Thanks, Annie. Welcome back to trivia. For question 2, be quick with this one. Which classroom in the school is covered in mirrors? Here's a little hint. Be sure to check out our virtual classroom tours available on our website. Be sure to also tell us your answers on our Instagram story at LOHS_legends. Stay tuned as we will be contacting our winners throughout the night. Now, let's head over to our next segment, athletics. See you guys soon.
Hey prospective legends, parents, and anyone else tuning in tonight who is curious about all things Osborne. I'm Miss Grable, and I'm the Department Head of Phys Ed and Athletics. Tonight I get to answer some of the most common questions about sports and teams here at Osborne. For anyone who hasn't been in our gym in a while, oh wait, who am I kidding? No one's been in our gym for the past year. When you come back, you'll notice it's had a major facelift, including a state-of-the-art sound system and 2 large Jumbotron-style scoreboards. Enough about me in the building. Let's get to questions I know you want to hear the answers to. Since sports are all about teamwork, I have brought in some help tonight. So let me introduce you to the Osborne Phoenix, or as he is affectionately known by our students, the Fire Chicken. All right, Fire Chicken, what's our first question? Teams. All right, what teams do we have here at Osborne? Basically, if it's a high school sport in a Metro Athletics League, and we have enough kids interested in playing, we will make it happen. This includes everything from football, cheer, badminton, basketball, swimming, and soccer, just to name a few. Next question, FC. Divisions. What divisions do Osborne teams play in? Well, this question doesn't have a black and white answer. For provincial designation, we are in the 4A category, with all other high schools who have more than 1,200 students in their population. When it comes to Metro League play, it varies from sport to sport and year to year. We have some flexibility to declare teams into divisions based on their ability to be successful. While the majority of our teams are currently competing in Division 2, we have some starting to move up from 3 and several already playing at the top in Division 1. For all individual sports, there is one big Metro League divided up into age group categories. What's next, FC? Athletes. How many student athletes do we have at Osborne? I don't have an exact number for that, as we do have a significant amount of multi-sport athletes, and with the addition of football, both tackle and flag, as well as rugby in the past couple of years, I would say we've probably doubled the number of students involved in our program. Right now, we probably have close to a quarter of our students being a part of one or more of our teams. FC, what's next? Coaches. You want to know about the coaching staff at Osborne. Well, we are very lucky here to have so many teachers and staff members involved with our teams. In fact, all of our teams have a staff member as a head coach. We also have many community and alumni members bringing in their expertise to assist with our teams. The great thing about having staff coaches at Osborne is that they are around all the time. Aside from your phys ed teachers who coach a ton of teams, your rugby coach might also be your foods teacher or library tech. And your cheer coach might teach social or forensics. And your basketball coach, he might even know a little bit about physics. That being said, it means your coaches are here to help you both on the court and in the classroom. All right, keep them coming. Tournaments. What tournaments do we host here at Osborne? Well, in a regular year, the gym would be busy on at least 7 or 8 different weekends. Unfortunately, we were unable to host many of you this year for our annual feeder volleyball and basketball tournaments. Hopefully, next year you'll be wearing an Osborne jersey and you'll get to play in front of your friends and classmates in one of our volleyball, basketball, or handball home tournaments. And for those of you who might not play a sport but still want to be involved, our tournaments offer a ton of volunteer opportunities for scorekeeping and concession, just to name a couple. FC, is there anything we forgot to mention? grade 10s, right. Of course, that's the most important thing tonight. Of course there are opportunities for our grade 10s to be on teams at Osborne. All tryouts here are open to anyone of all grades. Everyone is eligible to play on senior teams, and for many sports, we also offer junior teams available only to grade 10s and 11s. Always stay tuned to Osborne's social media channels for most up-to-date news on tryouts and seasons, as we hope in September we'll be back on the field and the court. Hey FC, thanks for your help tonight. Really hope that we'll get to see lots of you come through the doors in September. Take care.
I miss sports so much. Thank you for that exciting school athletics segment, Miss Grable. You too, Fire Chicken. I'm sure all the athletes out there are looking forward to high school sports teams getting back to normal. Heck, I know I am. I'm an athlete too. I'm also an international student, which is what this segment will outline. Bobby and I are both international students, and we will be telling you about some of our past experiences. My name is Abdullah Al-Akkad, and I'm an international student from Saudi Arabia. I arrived here just about a year ago. Coming from a place where academics and education are considered to be core aspects of life, I needed a school that would help fuel my endless thirst for knowledge. Looking through Lillian Osborne's academic programs, as well as their wide variety of elective classes, really caught my attention. In addition, Lillian Osborne's demographic diversity is another reason why I chose this school. The students and teachers at the school honestly really helped me merge into the Canadian lifestyle, and they helped me figure out how society works around here in general. أهلا وسهلا. اسمي عبد الله العقاد وأنا طالب دولي من المملكة العربية السعودية. باختصار، اخترت ليليان أوزبورن لتكون مدرستي في إدمنتون لأنها تجمع بين الأكاديمية والرياضة. أيضا توفر العديد من الأنشطة اللامنهجية، وهذا تماما كل ما كنت أحتاج له بعد انتقالي إلى كندا. That's it for me. Let's head over to my good friend Bobby, an international student from China. Bobby?
Thanks, Abdullah. Hi, future legends. I'm Bobby Zhao, an international student from China. I just came to Edmonton half a year ago. As an international student, when I was selecting my future high school, there were several factors I looked at. In addition to academic performance, the school environment and learning atmosphere were crucial to the decision. Fortunately, I can responsibly say that Lillian Osborne is definitely an international student-friendly school. The teachers here are always very patient and helpful. The students in Lillian Osborne are also very creative and brilliant. We have different students from all over the world, allowing me to develop a global perspective. One of my friends can actually speak 7 languages. Now that's impressive. With such a diverse student body, I can always learn something new from the students around me, and I think that's the biggest reason why I choose to be an international student and study at Lillian Osborne. 作为一名国际学生，我觉得利奥中学最吸引我的点是学校整体的学习氛围和环境。古时有孟母为儿3000住所，为的就是一个良好的学习环境。And that's it for me. Let's send it over to Yoda for another exciting contest question. Yoda?
Thanks, Bobby. Welcome back to our contest. Now for our third question. Who was Lillian Osborne? We cannot wait to see all your responses on our Instagram stories at LOHS_legends. Remember to stay tuned to find out if you've won any prizes. And now let's go over to our fine arts section.
Hello, my name is Matthew Blackwell, and I'm the Department Head of Fine Arts at Lillian Osborne. Osborne's fine arts programming is wide-ranging and extensive. And if there's something you're interested in, whether it's something that you have a ton of experience doing or whether it's your first time and you'd like to try something new, Lillian Osborne is going to have the program for you. I honestly believe that taking at least one fine arts course in high school is so important, even if you have no intention of taking it any further than high school. Why, you might be asking yourself? Well, that's a great question. Fine arts classes are going to teach you all kinds of skills that are going to be just ridiculously important for you in your future career and life. Creativity, problem solving, interpersonal relationship skills, community building, communication, representation, public speaking, confidence, risk-taking, innovation, the list goes on and on. So to get more specific about our programs at Osborne, we can break down the fine arts into basically 5 categories. First, our theater and performing arts courses. We offer 5 distinct theater course streams at Osborne that are going to be just the best time of your high school life and will allow you to express yourself in a variety of ways. First up, we have Drama 10, 20, and 30, as well as IB Drama. Drama is all about learning essential skills in scripted and improvised acting. script writing, and directing, and is a great entry point for both newcomers and experienced drama students alike. If you want to extend your acting skills even further while working on a full-length play to be performed for an adoring audience, you could consider advanced acting as well, which is an audition-based course. This means that you do not need to be a drama student to take advanced acting, and you don't need to sign up on your course selection. Simply stay tuned next year for information on how to join the class. And this year's production is Eurydice, by the way, streaming May 31st to June 4th. If you're thinking, I love acting, but I also love singing, you could also consider musical theater, where students receive equal training in singing, acting, and dancing while producing a full-length musical. This year's musical, by the way, is The Theory of Relativity, which is streaming April 26th to the 30th. For students who love improv and/or comedy, we offer improvisational theater, where students learn the fundamentals of improv and, in normal times, compete in the Northern Alberta Improv League and the Wildfire Improv Festival. Finally, maybe you prefer more of the behind-the-scenes technical and design side of things, which is where technical theater comes in. Students in tech theater get to work on all of our shows, as well as events around the school, and it's a pretty rad time for all involved. Next, we have our music courses. We offer instrumental concert band with an IB stream as well, where students learn and play traditional orchestral instruments and music, instrumental jazz band, which focuses naturally on jazz music, and drumline, where students focus on mallet and drum-based instruments and music, and often play at pep rallies and sporting events and the like. We also offer guitar, where students learn the guitar and play pop, rock, blues, and other contemporary music. And if you want to get super contemporary, we also offer digital music, where students learn to create and produce electronic music right on the bleeding edge of technological advancement. Next on the list is our visual arts courses. This includes art and IB art, which focuses on art in a variety of tactile media, including painting, sculpting, drawing, and mixed media composition. For students who want to focus more intently on drawing, we offer advanced drawing as an after-school option class, and we also offer advanced painting for students who would like to pursue that avenue more intensively as well. Next, we also offer dance courses with an IB stream for dancers who have a studio dance background as well. Our dance program allows students with both a solid background in nearly any form of dance, as well as newcomers to the world of movement, to have an incredible experience learning all kinds of dance, including, but not limited to, ballet, modern, jazz, tap, hip-hop, and more. And last but not least, we also offer film and media arts courses, as well as IB Film, which focuses on the study, analysis, and creation of films. So I hope you can see that regardless of your past experience, or whether you consider yourself artsy or not, there are just a ton of fantastic opportunities to get involved with the fine arts at Lillian Osborne. If you'd like to see some student work in the fine arts in action, please make sure to check out our ongoing digital showcase at sites.google.com/epsb.ca/a-better-world. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Blackwell, for that informative summary of our fine arts program. I'm sure this helped many of our future legends out there. To learn more about fine arts from a student's perspective, we will be interviewing Christina Kim, who is currently enrolled in a variety of our fine arts programs, such as advanced acting, musical theater, and visual arts IB, to share her personal experience of becoming part of this community. Our first question for Christina is, what was her reason behind choosing our program, and what makes the LOHS Fine Arts Department unique or special?
Hi Annie, thank you for having me. To answer your question, I chose to take the arts program here at Lillian Osborne because there are numerous classes and opportunities that are provided to the students, and because I knew they would help me continue to be passionate about visual and performing arts. Also, we have an amazing facility, starting from the huge art room to our very own McLeod Theater. When I attended Lillian Osborne's open house in 2019, I remember seeing the theater and saying, "This is the school for me."
Our open houses do tend to do that, Christina. What are some reoccurring events or activities the arts department offers every year?
Every year, we offer events such as Black History Month exhibition, Chinese New Year's celebration, and of course, the open house, just to name a few. It involves many projects and performances prepared by the students, and you will be blown away by the amount of talents the students of Lillian Osborne have.
Talent, that's our middle name. This is the last question. Are there any showcases or events that are coming up for our Fine Arts department? How could our future legends and others access these events?
As Mr. Blackwell previously mentioned, our musical theater and advanced acting classes are putting together a show towards the end of April and May of 2021. Due to the COVID circumstances, we will be putting up a pre-recorded video of this year's musical, Theory of Relativity, and a live performance of the play Eurydice via Zoom. So stay tuned for updates. Tickets for both of these performances are $10 each and can be purchased on lohs.ca/tickets. Also, be sure to check out the website A Better World for some artworks related to the theme Solidarity, made by students here at Lillian Osborne. I really hope this helped. Thank you for having me, Annie, and see you soon, future legends.
Thank you, Christina, for joining us. Good luck to everyone. I'm sure we'll see you all smiling with smiling faces next year. Now stay tuned for another contest question. Abdullah?
Thanks again, Annie. This is Abdullah Alakad, back with another contest segment. For our fourth question, you're going to need to go back to our virtual classroom tours. This time, you're going to have to count and tell us exactly how many flags there are in the Spanish classroom. Be sure to give us your answers on LOHS_Legends Instagram page through our Instagram stories. Catch you guys later.
Hi everyone, welcome to CTS, which is Career and Technology Studies in High School. I'm Adele Stelmaschuk. I'm the department head of CTS and an almost 2-decade-long teacher who's been teaching foods for that long. In CTS, we learn how to develop our tactile skills and find a love of hobbies or find a stepping stone for possible careers. The kinesthetic nature of our programs appeals to different learning styles and modalities. Get involved in the community through our programs. There is something for everyone in CTS. When I was in high school, I wasn't athletic and I wasn't academic. And it wasn't until grade 12 that I was able to find my passion through learning in CTS in my foods program. I was finally able to feel connected to my high school and create memories that I still cherish. Let's talk about some of the options we have at Osborne and CTS. This past year, we began our fashion studies program. Students have been busy in the lab with Ms. No making some amazing projects. Learn Indigenous styles of beading, how to recycle fabrics, and to sew and draft your own garments. In food studies, learn to make amazing dishes with our friends as we explore different avenues of cooking, from fresh rolled pasta to ethnic cuisine to gardening. No more half-cooked ramen in university, although sometimes it can be really good, right? A little itchy ban. Learn to cook for loved ones and learn to give back through food, which is one of my favorite things to do. In construction with Mr. Colton, learn construction fundamentals while you build projects and learn to master the tools. Work on individual projects and gain some amazing skills on the way. Mr. Colton is really awesome in helping us with our garden and foods. Computer science and robotics. Learn to program and work towards your science credits. Did you know that you can use comp sci as one of your sciences to get into university? So one of your 3 sciences could be comp sci. Oh my God, photography. Do you know how much it costs to hire a photographer for your wedding? Like $10,000. Use it, learn fundamentals in photography with our amazing teachers. Use top of the line photography equipment. The skills that you develop include camera handling, composition, effective use of light, and developing a photographic vision. Did you know, potential Osborne students, you can use our classes to get into university. You can use Foods 30 and Fashion 30 in some of our programs at the U of A. You can use Comp Sci to replace one of your sciences to get into university, and there's no diplomas. So we really hope that you consider taking some of our classes, and we hope to see you in the fall. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Stelmaschuk, for the awesome video. I'm kind of getting hungry since the foods class was mentioned. And now we'll be promoting our very own broadcasting studio, LOHS TV. If you've been watching this broadcast and have been wondering, how are they doing this? Or, I would love to be a part of it, then you might want to stay tuned and pay close attention to this promotion.
When LOHS TV started in 2019, I was kind of more appointed to the role.
since I was the first producer.
It was something new to Lillian Osborne, something unique to our school that wasn't a part of other schools, and that sense of community that it brought to our school.
I thought that it was a really, really cool and interesting way to actually present our school news. And I saw how amazing the anchors were and all of the hard work that goes into production. And I really wanted to be a part of it because it was kind of a way for me to grow as a speaker and be able to be a part of a team that kind of meets together every morning and puts together like a show for the school. So it's really, really nice to be a part of that at Lillian.
Now our broadcasts are more complex.
Last year, we only had a few anchors and a few tech people, but this year our team has grown so much because after our first year last year, people saw how amazing LOHS TV is and a lot of interest grew towards it.
LOHS TV has really grown in size. It's, I think, doubled or tripled since 2019 when we started. And it was just really exciting seeing all the applications flooding in.
So then that our sense of community has simply increased, is that we now know that everyone presses play at the exact same time each day, and everyone tunes into the show, and it's a great sense of community that we're building here.
Like, I was way shyer than like in grade 10, and so when I joined LOHS TV, there's so many different jobs that you can be background and you don't have to talk. Where like in other clubs, you have to be more outgoing, but here you can be like shy and do background, or you can be outgoing and do anchor stuff.
It just seemed like a really cool opportunity. So
it's really nice to be able to work with more people, and it just makes the whole production part of it easier as well.
LOHS TV is important because it gives lifelong skills.
It's really about that communication, that connection, knowing that every single person in school presses play at the exact same time, tuning into the same news, and just increasing that sense of community.
So not only is it a way for us to spread information about our school and announcements, but it's just also a way to build our school community at Lillian Osborne, and that's kind of what makes our school very unique.
I think it's going to be a really long-lasting thing here, which is pretty cool.
I think it's just a way for me to, you know, kind of like be able to come to school every morning and read the announcements, have fun with the other anchors, the other tech. I think everyone on the team can agree with me on this when I say that there's never a moment that we're not laughing. Every single time we're in the studio, it's always like a really good time.
I'm pretty proud to say that I left my mark on this school. It's pretty cool knowing that this is just going to keep improving and getting better after I graduate.
Hey everyone, glad to be back. We will be contacting our winners on Instagram shortly. And now, buckle up for our last contest question.
Hey grade 9, for our finale, what junior high are you coming from? Be sure to check our stories on our Instagram to answer and be put into the draws. The winners for the contest and the grand prize will also be announced on our Instagram story later on tonight.
We've had an absolute blast playing with you all tonight, and we hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we have. Yalda and I hope to be seeing you all soon in the near future. Now, let's pass this along to our Student Services section.
Hello, future Osborne students and families. My name is Mr. Smith, and I'm one of your school counselors at Lillian Osborne. I'm going to speak to you today about student services and the supports available to you at our school. When you come to Lillian Osborne, you will be linked with one of our school counselors based on where your last name falls in the alphabet. Early in your grade 10 year, we'll connect with classes so that you know who your counselor is and how we can help support you throughout your high school experience. High school can be a stressful time, particularly as you transition from grade 9 to 10. You'll have access to your school counselor if you need any kind of support as you move through high school. We'll be there to help you learn to manage stress and the demands that come along with being a high school student. We're also there to support mental health and wellness, as well as to connect students and families with available community resources. At Lillian Osborne, you will have access to a mental wellness awareness group, the Community Helpers Program, and the Lillian Osborne Mentorship Program, among other great opportunities to support your wellness. You can also work with your counselor on a variety of skills and strategies to help you achieve success in school. We're available to work with you on studying and test-taking skills, as well as learning to manage your time effectively as you go through high school. The skills that you continue to build and refine throughout high school will be useful to you in any career or post-secondary pathway that you choose. We're also there to help you in planning out your high school program. This includes advising around course selection to help you achieve your goals during high school and after you leave Lillian Osborne. This leads me to post-secondary and career counseling. You'll be able to spend time with your counselor exploring programs and pathways of interest to you after high school. We'll work with you to ensure that you meet the program requirements and provide support during the application process. Your school counselor will also be able to connect you with a variety of programs within Edmonton Public Schools, such as Campus CPSB, the Registered Apprenticeship Program, and Work Experience. Finally, your school counselor will be there to support connections within the school and also the community. We'll work with you to find clubs and activities that you are passionate about. We want you to have the richest and most rewarding high school experience possible, and we look forward to getting to know you and working with you over the next 3 years.
Thank you, Student Services, for the very informative video. We only have 2 videos left in addition to our IB broadcast. And now let's head over to admin to hear about the process of registration.
Hello, I'm Mr. Chaudhry, and I'd like to thank you for joining us for our open house live stream. For this next portion of our presentation, we would like to discuss student timetables, registration, summer school, and course selection. The first question we'll address is, what will student timetables look like at Lillian Osborne for next year? If you're in grade 10, a full schedule will be 8 classes. For most students, you will have English, science, math, social studies, physical education, and 3 options. Completing these 8 classes will allow you to earn up to 43 credits in grade 10. Because note, for next year, physical education will be offered in conjunction with COM, or Career and Life Management. You can take both classes as part of the same course. In terms of what our school timetable looks like for next year, the final decision has not yet been made on the structure. This year, high schools have followed a quarter system. We may continue with this quarter system next year. In this case, students would take 2 courses in each of the quarters of the school year. If we go with a semestered system, students will register in 4 courses per semester. Regardless of what schedule we have, students will be able to take up to 8 classes total. Now I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Jeffrey to talk about registering for Lillian Osborne.
Hi, I'm Mr. Jeffrey, and I'm going to share some important information regarding registration for next school year. If you are currently registered at an Edmonton public school, the first step would be for the families to log in to their parent school zone account. On there's a tab that says next year. Use the drop-down menu and select Lillian Osborne as your school for the next year. You have a deadline of April 15th at 4 p.m. to do this. If you are not currently an Edmonton Public Schools student, to register, you can go to our Lillian Osborne website, click the registration tab, and then select New to EPSB, and follow the instructions on applying. The deadline of April 15th also applies to students new to EPSB. The following students are guaranteed a space at Lillian Osborne if they pre-enroll before April 15th at 4 p.m. If you are an Edmonton Public Schools resident student who lives within our attendance area, that's the first one. Or if you are a sibling of current students who will be returning to Lillian Osborne the following year. Resident students who do not live in our attendance area can still apply to our school. However, these students may be subject to a random selection process for admission. If, following random selection, you are not accepted into our school, you will be able to register in your designated high school or another school that has available space. While any student is welcome to participate in pre-enrollment for Lillian Osborne School, please be aware that we do not anticipate that we'll have any space to accommodate new students for grade 11 or 12 who live outside the school's attendance area, or for any of those students who are non-residents of Edmonton Public Schools. Many of you are also interested in taking summer school in July of 2021. The division will have information soon about what summer school will look like. Please stay tuned. I'd like to turn it over to Mrs. Johns Bell.
Hi, my name is Kirsten Johns Bell. I am one of the assistant principals here at Lillian Osborne High School. One of the best parts about being in high school is choosing courses and developing a course plan based on your interests. Student Services and the administration team often work with families to ensure students try to get all their courses for the following school year. On our website, we have several tools and resources to help you develop a deeper understanding of what courses you need and what courses you have interest in taking during your 3 years at Lillian Osborne High School. A reminder that using these resources does not guarantee your acceptance to Lillian Osborne High School. We invite you to visit LOHS.ca. On our website, we have lots of different information to help you begin planning what your high school journey might look like, starting with our academics page. On our academics page, we have lots of information that helps you understand the requirements for high school diploma, as well as what each subject area has to offer. There is a video detailing this information that is specific to each department, as well as a course pathways chart with a recommendation for each route. We have other information on our open house page with some tools to help you plan what high school might look like and what courses you might be interested in taking. First step is to go to the 2021-2022 Program Guide Planner. Here you'll find lots of information about different resources and supports at Lillian Osborne High School, as well as subject-specific course pathways to help you understand what might be your grade 10, 11, 12 plan to work towards that high school diploma. We also have a big picture view located on the Open House tab that looks at all the core courses, our CTS, our languages, and our fine arts options that also align with the Alberta diploma requirements. This big picture view can be used in conjunction on our registration tab under course selection with our high school planner, which gives a view of the 3 years at your high school working towards diploma requirements. A reminder that these tools are there as a resource to help with planning, but do not guarantee your acceptance as a student to Lillian Osborne High School. We also, on our registration course selection tab, have grade 10 course selection tool. You may want to look at the program guide and the course pathway chart to determine what are the specific grade 10 courses I might look at. After using this Google form, a summary will be emailed to you, which can be helpful as a resource to help plan your grade 10 timetable. We also have a grade 10 course checklist that can be used as well if you prefer to use this format to help plan your grade 10 year. On the course selection tab, we also have resources for grade 11 and 12 students where they can use the course checklist to help plan out their grade 11 courses and their grade 12 courses. And again, these can be used interchangeably in a grade 11 or 12 year. A reminder that these are all resources that are able for you to help plan your high school journey, but they do not guarantee your acceptance to Lillian Osborne High School. For more information on registration, you can look to our open house or registration tab for pre-enrollment information, as well as the registration process. A reminder, if you have any questions at the end of this presentation, to contact us via the Google form or the information on the Contact Us page. Thank you for joining us to learn more about Lillian Osborne High School. We wish you great success in your high school journey, wherever that may take you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and remember to be legendary.
A thank you to admin for explaining some of the logistics. If you still have questions, don't worry. The Google form is still available on our website. However, we're almost at the end of tonight's open house program. Just one more video. If you're interested in the IB program, you can stick around for a couple more minutes as we will be playing their broadcast shortly. Before we leave for tonight, a big thank you to everyone who contributed to making this night possible, including our teachers, many of who are included in the various videos, and others who are still taking the time to respond to any inquiries you have on the website. Our admin, who are a big part of the organization of the event, and a special thank you to Mr. Grodiak and Mr. Zhang, who are the coordinators for this broadcast. And also a thank you to the many other students we had tonight as hosts and behind the scenes. I assure you, they had lots of practice. Apologies for the technical difficulties. And in addition, remember to be safe by social distancing, washing your hands, and wearing your mask. And follow us if you haven't already on Instagram and Twitter at LOHS_legends. Remember to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon. Now I know it's been a long broadcast, but again, we only have one video left before the IB presentation. Our next video is a pre-recorded one from pre-COVID days. It will be highlighting the many achievements from students here at Lillian Osborne. As a student though, I can tell you that we have one of the most successful student bodies, and our school's spirit is matched by no other. There isn't a single person who doesn't know our motto, be legendary. But if you don't believe me, no worries. We have a video for this very reason. Let's roll. Kevin?
The idea of being a legend is just being the best person you can be. And in being the best person you can be, that means everyone else around you will be the best person they can be as well.
Being legendary means making an impact. So I think that people who understand the world around them and people who want to make a difference are legendary.
And for me, it's how I leave people feeling. People don't remember what you're going to say. People might not remember what you do, but they remember how you make them feel.
At first, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I came here, and I just did whatever interested me. Looking back and realizing that they all fit under my passion is just something that I was able to do because I was able to do everything. Osborne allows you to pursue everything you want to do and then fine-tune it to whatever it is that you feel you're meant to do.
I think it's really unique at our school because a lot of our teachers are professionals in their specific area. So I'm able to pursue my own projects in Edmonton with other artists. There's a lot of collaboration inherently in the arts. There's a lot of collaboration between our teachers here, and we just consistently elevate each other. There's a phrase like steel sharpens steel, and I think that's kind of what we do here.
So as one person, I know I can't make a substantial difference, but I know that if I'm in a group that share the same values as me, and understand the importance of being aware and having perspective in the world, from that we can definitely make a difference. Since I'm in Model UN, I know a lot about different countries, and as a student of Osborne, I feel that you have to be aware of your surroundings and your environment in order to actually be immersed in it and to treat other people better.
The work I'm most proud of is the work I'm able to do with Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's important to care about people because you want to improve their lives. You want to make the world a better place. Our generation is going to make a big difference because the world has been improving over time. There's just more awareness of what the issues are, so that creates a sense that things are worsening. But that's just people becoming aware, which is the first step in solving every problem. The next step is acting.
I think trying to teach someone to be the best they can be is walking them through those ideas and to push them to do that all the time, even though a teacher's not there, that they're able to walk out, whether it be after school or when high school is done altogether, that they're able to just know what being the best they can be is.
School can be really tough. I'm in full IB, I know how hard school can get, and I think school events like Rockathon and Hallow Week and the Winter Week are just ways for me to take a break from like the academics of school and interact with my friends and enjoy what high school has to offer.
Learning is boring sometimes, and these activities, they increase school spirit, and it's a way for everyone to get involved, and it's a way to make you want to come to school.
Somebody will say, what do you do? And I say, I teach dance at high school. And they're like, oh, that must be a dream job. And I'm like, yes, I also teach dance IB. Our regular dance classes, dance 15, 25, and 35, look like more focusing on the disciplines. And then my IB classes, on the other hand, they are creating their own compositions. They are doing an analysis component where they're actually writing about their choreographic choices. It looks like me mentoring them through the choreographic process. It looks like them performing at pep rallies, halftime shows, and just like inspiring one another and creating that community.
Football is such a great sport because it's a sport that demands athletes of all types. And so I think that's life too. You need everyone to work together to achieve success. So you might have the best running back in the world, but if you don't have people blocking for them, they might deke 1 or 2 people out, but they're not going to deke 12 other people out. It's always exciting to see people feel the same amount of success as the person that scored the touchdown because they know they had a part in it still.
Yeah, you definitely feel part of a team playing in a concert because you have to listen to the other instruments, you have to make sure you're in pitch, you have to play the same as everyone else. One mistake, it'll mess the whole thing up. So I think perfection, working hard in everything, that's what band teaches you.
So winning the city championship last year in football was just an exciting moment for everyone. Everyone was committed to doing well, and after this year's city final, so we moved up a tier and lost in that city final. And at the moment, we're sad, but you learn a lot more when you lose once in a while. Not that I want to lose ever, but yeah, you learn a lot when you do lose. And so losing sometimes gives you a little bit of humility to say that I need to work harder. I need to do more if I want to win.
I think the most important lesson I've learned over the last 3 years is resilience. Even when you don't get the mark you want or the class you want, just fighting through it and just coming back stronger.
I think as a teacher and as a parent myself, we don't have as much influence on them anymore. What we've created or what we've influenced up till now is who they're going to be moving on. You hope you did the best you could to help them move forward. If they have successes after, you feel satisfied because you feel like you did a good job then.
There's much to come after I've had my chance to change the world. Just knowing that I have been a puzzle piece into solving problems is really important to me. And to me, that is what it means to be legendary.
Welcome to the Lillian Osborne IB Information Presentation, during which I will explain what the IB program is and how we offer it at Lillian Osborne School. The IB mission statement summarizes the philosophy of IB. It aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring students who are active, compassionate, lifelong learners, and that the knowledge is developed through a challenging program of studies with rigorous assessment. To complete the IB diploma, a student must take 6 IB subjects, write a 4,000-word extended essay, take a theory of knowledge course, and complete CAS, a creativity, action, and service component. Of the 6 IB subjects, 3 must be studied at the higher level and 3 at the standard level. Higher level subjects include knowledge up to a first-year university level, whereas standard level courses teach up to a grade 12 level. All subjects, the higher level and the standard level, include a practical component. This is what aids in the development of academic skills, which are so valuable to students when they're attending post-secondary school. Group 1 is our higher level English literature course. Group 2 is for language acquisition. Level B is for students with previous instruction in the language, while ab initio is for beginners. So we offer intermediate French at the B level, or at the standard level, and beginner Spanish at the ab initio level, and Mandarin at 3 levels, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. The teacher will help decide whether a student's better suited for Mandarin B, higher level, or standard level. Group 3 is social studies, during which students will learn the Alberta Social Studies curriculum, plus IB Global Politics. The experimental sciences belong to Group 4. Biology and computer science are taught at the higher level, while chemistry and physics are standard level. Group 5 is mathematics, analysis, and approaches, which includes a calculus component. We offer several Group 6 subjects in the arts at the standard and higher level. IB allows students to replace their Group 6 subject with a second science or a third language, depending on what their needs are for university admission. If you'd like to take some of these IB courses, but not the full diploma, you're welcome to register for any combination of subjects that we offer. Sometimes, however, scheduling issues may occur, preventing a few combinations of courses. This slide shows an example of the subject selected by a student interested in the sciences. 2 sciences were selected rather than an art in Group 6. A student interested in the arts would select one of the arts for Group 6. The IB core consists of 3 components. Theory of knowledge, or TOK, is a subject where students explore themselves as knowers. Students also write a 4,000-word extended essay in a subject of their choice. This is an analytical essay in which students pose a research question and then provide evidence to support their answer. This teaches students research and essay writing skills, as well as knowledge about the subject chosen. Students begin the essay in March of grade 11 and finish it by January of grade 12. CAS requires that students perform and reflect on creativity, activity, and service projects throughout grades 11 and 12. Its purpose is to have students apply their skills and knowledge outside of the classroom in the real world and to live a more balanced life. Why should you choose IB? The main advantage is that the IB program aims to develop the whole person, not only their academics. To this end, IB has created 10 learner profile attributes that students and teachers work towards developing. Academic skills are also developed. These skills help students succeed in future studies and in their future career. Universities love IB students because they are better prepared for university and they have greater success than non-IB students. This is most likely due to the academic skills that they acquire in high school. These students also tend to be involved in extracurricular activities on campus, which makes a more vibrant university culture. Many studies have been done around the world, all of which show that IB diploma students have greater success in university and that IB diploma has the greatest correlation with successful performance than most other programs or indicators. Most universities give IB students transfer credit for their IB courses if they meet a specific score. For example, students who score 6 or 7 out of 7 in IB English Literature higher level will receive automatic credit for a 100-level English course at the University of Alberta. This can save students time and money. Both full IB diploma students and the partial course students are eligible for these transfer credits. You can explore individual university websites to learn the specific courses that each university will give transfer credit for. And then missing on this slide, unfortunately, is our computing science higher level course, which the University of Alberta will give 2 transfer credits, Computer 174 and Computer 175. Individual universities may also offer other incentives to IB diploma students. For example, the University of Alberta offers unconditional acceptance based on IB predicted grade scores in March of grade 12. When students know that they've been accepted regardless of their final marks, it reduces their stress, and this is at a time when they're preparing for their final assessments. The U of A also gives IB students a 100-level open elective course to recognize the extra learning they did in extended essay, TOK, and CAS. If you decide on IB for high school, you'll select the grade 10 pre-IB courses. They're similar to regular Alberta courses, but they include the skills that students will continue to develop in grades 11 and 12. A grade 10 pre-IB schedule will look similar to the regular grade 10 student with the addition of Math 20 IB. Many students in grade 10 will also take a non-IB 20 level science in grade 10. If one of their sciences will be non-IB, such as maybe physics 20 or chemistry 20, they can take that in grade 10 and get a bit of a jump on it. In grades 11 and 12, an IB student schedule is very full because there are extra 3-credit courses that must be taken to accommodate the extra IB material. It can make it difficult to fit that third science in the regular school year. A typical grade 10 pre-IB student will have the following courses in their timetable, as you can see on the slide. If the student would like to complete IB Computer Science or one of the IB Arts, then they would have to add that course to the grade 10 level on the timetable as you see here. Some students take the COM 20, Phys Ed 10 in summer school, leaving room for another course in grade 10. Some of our students have already completed Science 10 in junior high school. These students can take one of the standard level science courses, such as Chemistry 20 IB or Physics 20 IB in grade 10. They cannot take Biology 20 IB since it's one of the higher level courses and it must be completed in grade 12. I know this is really confusing, so please feel free to ask questions about it or anything else. I recommend that students take full IB in grade 10. Try it out, see all of the subjects we have on offer, and then when you're registering for grade 11, you can decide whether the full IB diploma or individual courses are a better fit. What does it take to be an IB student? A desire to learn, a positive work ethic, and good grades in that order. Attitude and work ethic are far more important than grades for success in IB. Stay tuned to hear what IB students have to say about their experiences in IB in the question and answer video following this presentation. If you have any questions about the IB program at Lillian Osborne, please don't hesitate to add them to the open house chat line or send me an email. Thank you very much for attending.
Creativity, Activity, Service, or CAS is the heart of the IB Diploma program. This is one of the 3 essential elements and core elements to every IB Diploma student's career. If you are a full IB Diploma student, you will be enrolled in CAS. The goal of CAS is to help to foster learning through life experiences and help to move students away from their academic areas. A good CAS program is challenging, enjoyable, and a personal journey of self-discovery and self-reflection. The wonderful thing about CAS is that most of you amazing students already do a lot of CAS experiences as they are, and probably the goal for your IB high school career is to now effectively reflect on all of these experiences and from time to time try to pick up new experiences as well. The 3 strands of CAS, as I talked about already, are creativity, which are things like participating in the arts, the fine arts, and those sorts of things. Activity, which for the most part are endeavors that involve physical activity, such as sports, working out, training, and of course the last strand of CAS is service, and service can be a lot of different kinds of things, but normally thought of as volunteer work, whether it be in person or helping to create awareness for a cause. CAS experiences throughout your IB career are going to be put into a portfolio. In your portfolio, there's going to be some reflections, so where you can reflect on how these experiences have helped you to address certain learning outcomes in CAS. And clearly the goal of CAS is to help to create well-balanced and well-rounded, globally minded students. This is meant to be an enjoyable program, and I think that a lot of students, through doing CAS at the end of it, and having talked to many of them, will say that they learned a lot through CAS, and maybe even more than in the classroom. But these are very valuable experiences that I think you guys will remember for the rest of your academic careers.
Hi everyone, my name is Ferris Van Doer and I'm in my third year at the University of Alberta in the Environmental Urban Planning Specialization Program. I graduated from the IB program at Lillian Osborne in 2018, and I would highly recommend it, especially at Lillian, because you have such a great support network when you're in the IB program there with Mrs. Taylor, who will answer any of your questions, and fellow students during that program where you can ask each other questions about anything that's happening. In addition, it really helps you with that transition to university if you're hoping to do that, where you have an increased workload in high school, that is true, but then once you're in university, I found that it was much easier compared to students who didn't do IB in high school. And finally, I also benefited from the IB program because I got a lot of transfer credit, which means that there were courses that I took in high school through IB that I was able to get for credit in university, so I didn't need to take them again, which really helped me get ahead in my university degree. So overall, I definitely recommend the IB program, especially Lillian Osborne, and I truly benefited from it, and I highly recommend you do too.
Hey guys, my name is Pedro and I'm a full IB graduate from the class of 2020. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the main way that IB helped me once I graduated and went on to university. Now I find that IB can be very helpful in a series of fashions, from lab writing to transfer credits, as well as some scholarships you might be able to get. But the main way that IB has helped me in my day-to-day university life is with organizational planning. Now in IB, you have a little bit more of a heavier content load than you do in the regular program. And what that does is it trains you over time to get better at planning what tasks you need to get done and the order in which these tasks have to get done. That is a very important skill to have once you reach university, because the uni semester is just about 13 weeks long, and having the ability to plan out and organize what needs to get done to optimize both learning and your grades is a really important skill that is refined through the IB program. Now, you'll probably experience a unique benefit from the IB program, but for me, that is single-handedly the most helpful thing I was able to get from it. I hope you guys enjoyed the program, and I really hope you enjoy high school. Have a great rest of your day.
Hello everyone, my name is Bushra Mandoor and I am a third-year student at the University of Alberta. I am currently in the dietetic specialization program, and I completed my IB diploma in 2018. I'm a big supporter of the IB program because it helped me transition from high school to university in terms of workload. So workload does increase in university, and so me being able to do my basketball, my soccer at the same time as the IB diploma really helped me find that balance and get ready for the increased workload in university. It also helped me become more of a well-rounded person, and I certainly think that helped me get into the dietetic specialization program, which is something I'm really grateful for. So yeah, I hope you all join the IB program and that you enjoy it. Yeah, so have a good day. Bye.
You'll get back what you put in. IB is very responsive to the amount of effort that you choose to expend. If you devote yourself to studying hard and really getting comfortable with the way IB works, you'll be able to reap rewards in a much wider field of categories. Not only will your basic knowledge and academic repertoire increase from learning the extra material, you'll also gain skills that will be supremely useful later on in your post-secondary pursuits, such as strong study habits, better time management skills, and organizational abilities. IB also encourages its participants to become more engaged in other areas of their life, such as community involvement and physical activity. Aside from personal betterment, most university institutions will favor students who apply with a successful IB diploma, especially if you're applying internationally. The second question I'm going to try and answer is the whole notion of should I do AP or IB, which is better. Now, of course, I can't personally say anything about the AP program because I haven't participated in it, but I can say that they're both widely accepted as very good options if you're looking for a higher level of academic education. IB may be more useful when applying to post-secondary schools outside of North America, but that's not to say that an AP diploma won't also give you an advantage. IB is, however, internationally standardized and recognized, and it builds the right skill set to succeed in the more volatile post-secondary environment. Hopefully that information can help some of you determine whether IB is right for you, and that's all for me.
course you'll have a life. We all manage our schedule differently, and even though we do have a larger course load and we often have more homework and other internal assessments to be working on, we still have time and we still make time for all of these different activities. You'd still be involved in all the different types of extracurriculars that you are already involved in, and even you might take up some other ones due to CAS. Oftentimes, IB students are the most involved in the school, and we see that in all of these different clubs that have been created by IB students. We see that in captains of sports teams that are IB students, and as an IB student, we are able to learn how to manage our time in a way that we make time for school as well as other fun things that we enjoy. Also, we make so many new friends from all the IB students just because we are all going through this difficult course and difficult program together, and so we're able to create friendships through our classes and have a smaller community within the school that we can lean on for support and also have fun with. And oftentimes we spend time studying together or working on other coursework and projects, especially group projects together.
Will IB lower my grades is a very commonly asked question, and the simple answer is no, IB should not lower your grades because you're still taking all of the regular curriculum with the same exact exams as everyone else. Now, what could potentially happen is that with the IB program comes obviously with a bigger workload and a bigger responsibility to balance time effectively. If a student cannot do that well, it could potentially start negatively impacting their grades.
So IB, yes, there are a little bit more work. They're not hard necessarily, they're just a lot more work. You have to do the independent investigations, which I will touch on a little bit later. You have to work on the extended essay, which is a huge report, which honestly is easier than it seems. And there's just a lot of extracurricular activities you have to do outside of class just to be recognized as a full IB student. And of course, yes, it is a little bit more work, and you do have a little bit more stress on your life, but again, it's preparation for the next step, for you to become a pro when you enter the university. It doesn't feel like as if you're entering new bound territories, as you already experienced in high school, so it wouldn't be a problem in the future.
As far as picking one, Ms. Taylor has this famous saying you should take as much as you can handle. So it really comes down to a personal choice. Some disadvantages and advantages that I can list off to help you make this choice. So for partial IB, the advantage is that you won't have to take the 3 extra courses that I just listed, and you can mix and match whatever you want. Generally, most students will end up doing that according to the major they'll be taking in university, because let's say you take English IB, for example, then you can get credit for that because it is a higher level course in university and don't have to take the first year course for that. So that's one way to make the decision. The disadvantage to a partial IB, obviously, is that if you're going to do international, you're not going to be favored over a more competitive and rigorous curriculum, which would be full IB. As far as the disadvantage to full IB, I would say the only disadvantage, and this is only for certain people, is that they can get overwhelmed and it may be a little bit too rigorous for some people, hence the saying, only take as much IB as you can. An advantage, obviously, you get to be with, for full IB specifically, you get to be with a group of people who are very rigorous and very invested in their academic curriculum, and that is a very good environment personally to be in, because it allows you to meet a lot of people who are like-minded and build a community of your own while also being involved in extracurriculars.
Full IB deployment is internationally recognized, which means most universities will take IB students, and the acceptance rate for IB students is a lot higher than regular. Many top-tier universities globally will only take IB students. They won't take the Alberta diploma. However, they mostly want to see that you've chosen the most academically rigorous curriculum in high school because that demonstrates a desire to learn and challenge yourself. In answer to the question, if you take IB, you'll have a more competitive advantage for universities globally.
is IB dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic? IB has created 2 routes for course completion, the exam route and the non-exam route. At Lillian Osborne School, we'll be taking the exam route this year because our school is currently open and attending exams is not against local health protocols. If we need to close down before or during the exams in May, then we'll choose the non-exam route. This means that student grades will be determined using the students' written IB assignments, like their IAs and their essays, and then their predicted grade will also be used. A predicted grade is determined by the subject teachers in March of grade 12, and it's based on student achievement through grade 11 and through grade 12, and it's based also on the expectation that the teacher has of its students and what grades they believe the student will attain if they were able to write the exams.
Depending on how well you work online or in person, COVID-19 might be an obstacle for you and your IB experience. However, personally speaking, I didn't think it was an obstacle for mine, and surprisingly enough, I found it quite beneficial because with this quarter system, instead of having 4 courses a day, you have 2 or 3, and you can really focus on those courses that you have that quarter, and your workload will be more concentrated in those subjects. It gave me the time and the opportunity to succeed and do my best in those IB courses.
And that brings us to a close on tonight's live broadcast. However, you now have the opportunity to chat with Ms. Taylor, our IB coordinator, through the Google Meet link listed down below. In addition, our website is still available for use with the virtual tours, the Google form for questions, and all the other information. The link for that is also listed down below. Thank you again for tuning in, everyone, and a thank you to everyone who helped make this event possible. And a reminder to stay safe. Now let's head over to Bobby for the closing remarks in Mandarin. Bobby?
Thanks, Curtis. 感谢大家参加利奥中学本晚的线上开放日活动。如果你还对本晚的内容意犹未尽，可以通过下方的课程码加入 Google Classroom， 与我们的 IB 项目负责人 Miss Taylor 进行直接对话，以了解更多信息。如果你不小心错过了我们本晚精彩纷呈的内容也没有关系，开放日的所有内容将会以录像的形式上传到学校官网上。And now let's head back to desk. Curtis?
Thanks, Bobby. For LOHS TV and the entire crew here in the studio, my name is Gunthas Olik, and just remember, be legendary.